You know we had to talk about it. This is Reality Report, where we break down the wildest moments on your favorite reality shows and spill what's really going on with the stars off screen. So let's get into it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on Pam Unfiltered. So we have an update on the Dr. Wendy and Eddie Osefo case. According to The Sun, right before they were arrested and charged for fraud, when the police were investigating the two, they seized their emails, bank records, and Instagram accounts. So, according to The Sun, it says court filings from the state's attorney office reveal both Eddie and Wendy's various records were seized by law enforcement who were investigating the couple's alleged insurance fraud after they faked a break in at their home. Now, remember, spring break of 2024, the couple and their kids went on a Jamaican vacation. When they came home, they realized that their house was ransacked and there was quite a few items, luxury items, that were missing. That's when they called the police. The detectives or investigators arrived at the home. They did like a little quick mini look around their home and their property, and they believed that there was absolutely no break-in, and that's what prompted them to do an investigation on the two. Wendy and Eddie were arrested on October 9th and were subsequently, never can say that word right, hit with a slew of charges including conspiracy, false, misleading info, and insurance fraud. The state's index information produced in discovery have revealed that the investigators gained access to the Real Housewives of Potomac stars' Gmail accounts, as well as a third Gmail account that did not include either of their names. Listen, if you are an early millennial, maybe even a late Gen Wire, that is normal. When emails came around, we all had email addresses that did not have our names on it. It was always something that we loved, whether it was a video game, a movie, whatever. So having an email address without our names on it is perfectly fine. We have those to the side for whatever we want to do. And then we also have our professional email addresses, which have our first and last names on it. So again, that is not out of the norm. Additionally, Wendy's Instagram account, which were a target of the investigation after she posed with the ring she claimed was stolen, were also the subject or a search and seizure warrant, which was served to Meta platforms. Let me tell y'all something. What you do on these platforms, not saying this is what she did, but just be careful what you post online, because you may think that you post it, you delete it, and then that's the end of it. Trust me, these companies, i.e., like Meta, has backups. So be very, very careful what you do. Through Meta, investigators were able to access Wendy's Instagram with the handle The Dr. Wendy Show, as well as her main account with the handle Wendy Osefo. A search and seizure warrant was also served on Wendy's Apple ID. Another was served to a company called TextNow Inc., as well as a Home Securities, Ring Protect, and ADT Security Services. Now, remember, when they initially called the police for the robbery crime, the investigators checked out the records on the ADT and the ring, and they didn't find anything out of the norm. As far as the ADT, it did not go off. And when it comes to the ring, all they saw was Amazon delivery. They didn't see anything out of the norm. In addition to the search and seizure warrants, the Discovery Index also included bank records from Ali Bank, American Express, and Capital One. Several luxury retailers were listed as contributing to the discovery, including Van Cleef, Louis Vuitton, Saks, and Ascot Diamonds. Y'all, I think they got the bank records because they wanted to see when they received the insurance money, what did they spend it on? I know that was part of the investigation. Not only do they want to see if the items that they so-called returned did in fact go into those bank accounts, was the money returned to these credit card companies, but trust and believe me, when they received the money for the insurance claims, multiple insurance claims for the same thing, they wanted to know where that money went. So additionally, the state responded to Wendy and Eddie's claims that their arrests were illegal due to in part to defects in the charging documents. They also said that any statements made by the defendant were voluntary and made after the defendant was properly advised of his or her rights. The state also appeared to be attempting to try Wendy and Eddie as co-defendants, despite the couples requesting to be tried separately. The state says that the defendants will not be prejudiced by a joinder of his or her trial with a court defendant, as he and she will not be prejudiced by a joinder of charges. So this is what the couple is trying to do, right? They're trying to be tried separately, just in case if one is found guilty, the other one could be found innocent and one could go down for the charges while the other one take care of the child. If they are being tried together and they're both found guilty, who's going to take care of their kids? Her mother? Her sister? So they're trying to, just in case, this is a just in case thing, just in case if one of them is found guilty, the other one can take care of their child. Now, mind you, both of them can be found guilty, but they're trying to make sure, just in case one is not found guilty, that they can take care of their kids. So the state further claimed that there is no defect in the charging documents. As the U.S. Sun previously revealed, Wendy and Eddie faced multiple charges after police alleged they staged a home break-in to fraudulently collect money from their various insurance providers. As we all know, Wendy also resigned from Wesleyan University following the arrest. Now, they said that she voluntarily resigned. I don't believe that. I think they kind of forced her to resign and they allowed her to have one up on them and said that she volunteered. But it says during her appearance at BravoCon this weekend, Wendy briefly addressed her and her husband's arrest. Now, remember, I reported this in my first video with BravoCon. She, she said her little generic PR thing. She appreciates everybody reaching out. She can't say much because it's an ongoing investigation. These are just allegations. We have not been found guilty. So that's pretty much what she says. I don't know, you guys. This case looks really solid on the prosecutor's end. They've gathered a lot of evidence against these two. I don't know if it's going to really go their way. So again, I think it was smart for them to want to be, tried separately just in case. I don't know if they have a plan for Eddie to take the fall and she takes care of the kids. I don't know what their plan is. But again, I don't think it's looking good for them at all. I think their mistakes were the emails. Remember, when this was initially reported, they found emails of Eddie and Wendy going back and forth about an insurance claim. Is there anything else we need to add on to our insurance claim to get the max amount? The returning items, they returned the items years ago. There was some that were returned in 2018. That was 7 years ago. I don't know. What do you guys think of, again, this situation? They're supposed to have a court date coming up, but it was pushed. That's normal. This happens literally to anybody who has a court case. It's constantly being pushed to push and push and push. Again, it was supposed to be next month. It was pushed for later on next year. It'll probably be pushed again, which to me, I would be stressed out. I'm like, let's deal with this now. We can get this over with so we can move on with our lives. Again, what do you guys think of this situation and this news on what was going down right before they were arrested? You guys let me know down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. That's your dose of drama for this week's reality report. The show may end, but the drama never. Catch you next time for more chaos, more tea, and more reality.